Are you an entrepreneur who's building an online coaching business? Perhaps you're feeling lost or stuck or don't have enough confidence, or perhaps you lack vision to get the results that you really want to get. And, if you're an entrepreneur, you're probably dreaming of getting paid to do what you absolutely love. So if this sounds like you, I want to invite you to tune in to today's show. We got episode 28 of the Coffee and Confidence Show with a special guest of mine, and she's going to share her insight on how to successfully build an online coaching business. So welcome to episode 28 of the Coffee and Confidence Show. My name is Kelly Carrigan, and I'm your host. I'm an assertiveness coach, and my business is Empower Me Coaching. I'm helping people pleasers worldwide gain the courage so that they can confidently communicate with others. Finding your voice is really, really important if you feel that you've been silenced for so many years. So what is a people pleaser, you ask? That is a very good question. So a people pleaser is a selfless giver. They're kind, they have the biggest hearts. They would do anything and everything for everybody else, and sacrificing their own needs. I mean, sure, this is lovely to help others, but there has to be balance. And often people pleasers feel resentful of others for them to be able to get what they want. They've been living their life as a victim, living their life in the passenger seat of their own life. So it's time to get into the driver's seat and start learning to confidently communicate so that you can get the results that you want. So that's just a little bit about me and who I help. So without further ado, I want to introduce today's guest, Malina Bien. She is a business coach. She's a mindset coach, and she is helping people build a successful online business. So welcome, Malina. Thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you so much for having me. I love being on shows. I love to talk, so thank you so much.
Yeah, you're quite welcome. I would love to hear more about you and how, you got into doing this business.
So a little bit about me. I live now 14 years in the UK. Originally, I came from Poland. So I worked my way up in the corporate world. And this is where, I spent 13 years of, training and coaching people, but within that sort of area in the corporate world. So for me, the journey started when, I started to have the urge of helping people. So I always been doing this and always going a little bit above of the, the job role. And what I didn't like and what I saw in the corporate world is the culture I didn't agree with, the way people were treated, how they were often humiliated, not appreciated for the work they were doing. And I saw this spiral going down of people, young females as well, losing their spark for life, not seeing the potential they have, feeling demotivated, and just, losing that whole point and motivation for doing something different, and just coming to work very, very unhappy and grumpy, and that then reflects onto their personal life. So what I decided is I just came one day to work and I quit. I just handed in my laptop, my mobile phone. It wasn't the wisest decision because it was on an impulse in a way. And I had no backup, but I thought, that's it. Like, this is dragging me down because all that negativity is affecting me as a person. I cannot help these people as much as I can because there are limits. There is like coaching or training curriculum. And that's how I started my first business, and then started coaching, business coaching for female coaches. So here I am.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing that about yourself. Since this is the Coffee and Confidence Show, it is now time for What is in Your Cup. There's my fancy drawing of what's in your cup.
I love it.
All right, I'll get you to share first. What's in your cup, Malina?
So in my cup, usually what I have is fresh lemon, fresh ginger, organic turmeric, and warm water. And this is how I always start my day. And I would have these a few times a day. So that's my favorite drink, I would say.
That's amazing. I have a question about the turmeric. So I had one of those drinks yesterday, minus the turmeric. So do you take fresh turmeric, like do you peel it and just chop it up? Or do you use it, is it like a dried powdered turmeric?
If I have fresh one, then I would add fresh, but I always have a bag of organic powdered turmeric, and I add it to almost everything, even sprinkle a little bit into my salads or any food, because this kills a lot of bacteria. It has anti-inflammatory, and all that kind of good stuff. So it's like a magic herb or spice, you would say, that people tend to have around with them. Hopefully it's working. I'm not getting any younger or anything like that visibly, but I think on the inside it's definitely helping me to feel invigorated and just wake up in a good way.
Yeah, well, that is amazing. So in my cup this morning, I start my day off. I always start my day off with, hydrating myself with water, usually like a probiotic. But I always do enjoy my cup of coffee. I had this conversation yesterday with a friend of mine, and I said, like, I love the idea of tea and I love the benefits of it. But you know what? Oh gosh, like coffee really does it does fill my soul. Like having a cup of tea, it just doesn't do it for me. Now, I'm not an excessive coffee drinker. I'm like a 1 cup a day kind of person. But I truly do enjoy my 1 cup of coffee in the day. So that is what is in my cup. My good old dark Joe. Yeah. So I want to welcome everybody. If you're catching the replay or if you're tuning in live, this is a live show. So please tune in, chime in on the conversation, ask your questions, give us your feedback. The more you put into the conversation, the more you'll get out of it. And even if you're on the replay, ask your questions. We'll always tune into the comments and get back to you. All right. So I know a couple of people, I mean, myself included, I know several, I shouldn't say a couple, I know several people that are currently building their online coaching business. And in the title, you've got like the steps basically to move forward. I don't want to just give them away, but it's how to successfully build a coaching business. And something that I see, or that I've even experienced myself in the beginning, and that other people are saying, is that, you have this business that most people are working it from home, and at home there's so many distractions, right? And especially women, they feel this guilt of, okay, I'm home, I should do the laundry. I'm home, I should clean the house. I'm home, I should make the meals, right? So therefore, there's all this energy going into other activities that's taking away from the business. Would you agree? Have you experienced that with any of your clients?
Yes, I think, like you said, females especially have this urge, I need to do the dishes, I have to do the washing, this is waiting for me. And even for myself, I'm one of these people that I cannot focus or concentrate until my area, the space I'm in, is decluttered, it's clean and fresh. So I always make sure that, my living room or my bedroom, wherever I am, it's cleaned and prepared for me to work. But with that full guilt, it's all about discipline, and this is like the fundamentals. You have to discipline yourself that now this is your business. This is how you put the food on the table, and you wake up like you wake up for work. Yes. So you're putting your CEO hat on, and you have to discipline yourself. Okay, so what is my morning routine? How do I start my day? Do you wake up at 5 or 6? Okay, maybe you want to exercise first to boost yourself up, or maybe you want to do your journaling. Everyone has a little bit different daily routine, but you have to have a plan in place and discipline yourself that you're locking yourself up in front of your laptop. This is what I need to do. What time is my break? What time I'm dealing with emails? How much time I'm dedicating to responding to messages? When am I taking lunch? So you have to discipline yourself. There's a lot of freedom in that business, but you have to make sure that you have that discipline, that this is not, oh, I'm just going to jump on a little bit now, and then I'm going to do a little bit of that. You have to have that proper routine in place and discipline every single day to make this an effective business that gives you results.
Right. And I think, even for people just starting out, it's a lot easier to, okay, like I'm leaving the house, like to leave the house
Mhm.
and go somewhere for the day. Right. It's almost like a little easier mentally for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is you have to adapt that mindset to being at home. So you have to be disciplined, block out time, and then make
Yeah.
sure that you're incorporating all the daily, success habits for your business into your day.
Yes, even organizing a small space within, the flat or house you are in where this is where you work. So I created in a spare small bedroom, a small office for myself. So I put in a desk, put in a chair and everything. So I know that, I make my drink in the morning. This is where I come in, I sit down, I close the door, and this is my working time. Sometimes we do have that little bit of extra laying down in the bed, and we can work from your bed. There's no harm in that. But first, when you start, you really have to start shifting that mindset that now this is your business, and start disciplining yourself to focus on your tasks and how the day's going to go, how you're going to achieve certain things. So otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
there's no business, it's a hobby.
Right. So how, because so many people are moving their business these days from offline to online. I mean, even if you look at stores, there's so many
Mhm.
stores, there's shopping malls and things like that. I mean, definitely here in North America, closing down because
Yeah.
more and more people are online. So how does a person stand out online when there's so many people now, there's so much traffic, there's so much information moving towards online?
So probably, a lot of your friends or my friends are online and using Facebook and Instagram, okay? But you have to remember that the way they use Facebook or Instagram is completely different to the way we will use it. We use it for business. And in order to be visible and stand out, we have processes in place and strategies that you use to obviously make the algorithm, rate your what you post in your videos, your content higher, so it's more visible to people. But also coming up with your personality. Yes, so you need to be open to let go of anything that's holding you back, and come out fully with what you're thinking, what you stand for, what your values are, connecting with people, sharing the values that you have, but also sharing a little bit of you with the people out there. Yes. So how to stand out? So if you're building a business or coaching business in that situation, but you're not using video marketing, there is, a huge chance that you're not going to reach as many people as you could, and you're not going to build the same relationship with people as you would when you using video marketing, when you connecting with them through live Facebook Live or Instagram, stories, etc. That gives us a lot of opportunity for a higher reach in terms of who's going to see us, growing that audience, but also connecting with them in a great way for them to see who we are, get the flavor of our personality and decide for themselves that, oh, I like this woman, I like this girl, I like to follow her further.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that like, know, and trust, right? So as an entrepreneur, that's
Yeah.
like the foundation. You have, like, people have to like you, they have to know you, and then they have to trust you. And the easiest way to do that is video or that online presence, because like, even I say my Kelly-isms, I'm not super focused on saying every single word like super correctly, but that's my personality. So, there's some people that's going to resonate with, and then other people's can be like, meh, no, she's really not for me. But it's just showing up authentically so that you attract the right people that are for you.
Your tribe, exactly. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think that's the misconception of, I have to have a fancy website, I have to have fancy photo shoot, I have to read from the perfect script, and this is where everyone's going wrong. And the moment you let go of that thinking, the moment you put the blinders on, because again, we have, the syndrome of looking at other people and trying to maybe copy them in some way because they are, further on their journey, so they've achieved
Right.
more. and we wish for that for ourselves. But the moment you put the blinders on, be like, no, like, this is me. Let me focus on helping people the way I want to help them, the way I know it's to be true, and connect with them from my heart. And I speak about heart-to-heart marketing, and that's the best way you can, start marketing yourself, heart-to-heart with people, really caring. Plus, you have to have a strategy and system in place to generate leads and sales and so on, which is very important. But that fundamentals of, connecting with people, being honest and true and aligned is very powerful.
Right. And I'm just thinking about, my audience, like my people pleasers, right? I can see, that need to be perfect as a hurdle, right? As a roadblock to getting, to the results that they want to get. Because, yeah, it's that perfectionism, like, excuse me, I got to be perfect. And what if somebody doesn't like it? Or, what if my message doesn't resonate with them, right? So it's that whole people pleasing thing. So that's why it's so important just to shed that, just to let that go and show up as you, flaws and all, right? That's the best way for sure.
Yes, exactly. I agree. And it feels so much better. You feel liberated and free as soon as you let go, and almost as if you don't care. It's like, this is me. This is how I'm going to do it. And the time, and the progress will allow me then to have a photo shoot, will allow me to improve my website, will allow me to tweak things, in a different way. But again, yeah, people pleasers, unfortunately, if you want to appeal to everyone and be perfect, it's not going to work as best as when you are just you.
Yeah, because if you're trying to please everyone, unfortunately, you please no one.
Exactly.
So you're all about process and strategies, is that correct?
Not all about process and strategies, but you have to have processes and strategies in place if you want to grow your business, if you want to know where to find your clients, how to find your clients, how to be visible online. Yes. So you need to know, okay, what are my step-by-step activities, my marketing activities, my sales activities to achieve more clients, to achieve better visibility, to grow my email list. So you have to have this in place and balance it out with this spirituality, with this heart that you have for helping people, and then it's a magic combination.
Yeah, that really is. So would you say that the process and the strategies and the discipline around the processes and the strategies is probably the most difficult for people?
I think, well, looking at the clients that I'm working with and people that are coming, with, okay, how do I grow? What do I do? How do I get more leads? They know how to use Facebook. They know how to create a post. But then how do you put it into a process? Like, what is my step-by-step activity, let's say every morning, for marketing myself? Yes, there are many different ways you can use Facebook to grab attention of new people coming. Yes, new different ways of how to use the tools that Facebook is giving us, how to connect them together, and how to make work for your advantage.
So you as an entrepreneur, do you primarily use Facebook?
I specialize in Facebook. I am on Instagram as well. I am on LinkedIn, and I'm trying to figure out Twitter, and I've put some videos on YouTube. But my platform where I work and specialize and help people with is Facebook. I think it's most powerful. It gives a lot of variety of approaching organic or not organically, so by targeting with ads as well as using that, those free strategies as you like.
Yeah, I know for myself in the age range, like my ideal clients, they hang out on Facebook. Whereas the younger generation, I've heard anyways, that they hang out on Instagram or Snapchat.
Yeah, I've heard people saying this, but this is again a misconception. Everyone is on Facebook pretty much. And Facebook even for the biggest companies out there, they use Facebook ads to target their market. There is no better source for information on your ideal clients than Facebook. They know everything about us. So this is a misconception. Instagram is great, and I'm sure there are some specialists, helping people growing Instagram, and this is a great tool as well. Also, some of the strategies you use on Facebook on how to attract clients, your copy, how to write compelling copy that converts. Again, you can use on Instagram too, or you can use on LinkedIn as well. So there is many different options. You can use your strategies from Facebook somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. So do you have some simple strategies that you could share with the viewers today to help their business thrive?
So I know many of you out there want to grow your business with the right people. Yes, so you want to attract the right clients into your business. And I know sometimes it's difficult, like, where are they? What do I do? How do I find them? No one's coming. Yes. So I've done a video a short while ago about this very, very simple strategy that will help you grow your audience with the right people and pre-qualify them before. So what you do is every single you add three people to your friends list. So you send three requests, but before you do, you make sure that these are the people that could be your potential clients. These are the people that could be potentially collaborate with. You resonate with them. They look like somebody you want to connect with. So it's important that it's not just clicking on anybody, but you're really looking at them and seeing, okay, this is someone I either want to work with, I want to connect, I can collaborate with, and I know I can help, or maybe she or he can help me. Okay. So that way you're growing, and I wouldn't exceed 3 a day, because then Facebook would see you as a spammer. So 3 a day, and what you want to do is you don't want to just add people. Once they accept your friend request, you reach out to them and say, hey, I've seen your profile, I've seen you do this, you're a coach, or maybe you're a healer, and this is something that, I find it very interesting. Maybe we can connect and see how we can help each other. And then you will see the different possibilities will come your way. They might become your client. You might become their client. You never know. But you're growing your list, your audience with a quality people.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question about, excuse me, about friend request. And being, polite and things like that. So if people are requesting, say, I'll talk of myself. If people are requesting me as a friend on Facebook, is it rude to decline?
No. So obviously, you know who you want to be friends with. If you see that this person, and I was guilty of that. I was accepting everyone because I felt bad. Like, how can I decline somebody? They haven't done anything wrong. Mm-hmm. But again, it's about being disciplined of what type of audience you want to grow, what type of people you want to hang around with. Because if you're not going to start, pre-qualifying people and making sure that this is the audience you want to be surrounded with, you're going to end up with 5,000 people that are not the right people, that you cannot collaborate with. They don't support what you do. They don't engage with you. So it's just a fake number, and it doesn't help your business in any way. And you're not growing, any quality relationships with people. Then maybe you can do, events together, or maybe you can do retreats together. Maybe you're gonna write a blog for their magazine. All sorts of different opportunities. So definitely you can decline if you feel that person is not the right for you.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for clarifying that. I'm sure there's other people out there watching that have had the same question, especially if you're growing your business online. So I had heard previously, so for instance, like I'm speaking to those people that are currently growing their friends list, and a magic number that has been said to me is, at least 1,000, like at least 1,000 friends on Facebook, because my understanding of that is once you have like your friend list reaches like 1,000 friends, you just gain more momentum. Do you know anything about that number?
Okay, so for me, again, when I was first starting, someone told me, grow your list quickly to 5,000, and then the people will have to follow you. So then you have your people you're friends with, and then you have people that follow. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's a misconception, because you can build a very successful business with a group of 200 people, with a group of 400 people, 500 people, or 100. If they are quality people that you resonate with, that they engage, they listen, they are interested. But if you're just putting anyone and everybody into that 1,000, it doesn't matter that you're showing 1,000. It looks good, adds you a little bit credibility in terms of, oh, she has a lot of friends, she must be someone. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, your business is not growing, because you don't have quality people. They do nothing for you. So again, it's that balance between, growing a fake number and actually growing a quality number. People that buy from you, engage with you, collaborate with you, it might come from these relationships.
Right. So I love that you're really driving that message home, is quality over quantity, because quality wins every time. So it's really important to invest that time and energy and the research into those people that you're adding into your network, right? Because it's all like who you surround yourself with.
Yes, exactly. And even this strategy that I gave you is so simple. Like there's nothing complicated about it. But you have to, taking time to actually look up these 3 people and see, oh, Kelly, she looks like an interesting person. This is what she does. Actually, I think we could benefit from each other. It doesn't necessarily mean that you might you look like a potential client, but I you are one I want to.
Mm-hmm.
So then, I'm gonna send you a request, like, Kelly, I see your page. Now, resonates with me. Or I love one of your posts. Don't say it for the sake of saying it. Really make sure that you did read or watch something, and then say that, yeah, I did like it. This is what spoke to me. I would love to learn more about you. Or maybe let's connect on a virtual coffee and see how we can help each other. So there's many different ways you can make this a meaningful relationship, not just accept that, leave it there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is some amazing advice. Thank you for sharing that with everybody today, Malina. I'm just like looking at the notes here that I've written down as you were speaking to see if there's anything else that I wanted to speak about. That's amazing. I love the work that you're doing, because empowering women to live life on their own terms, to get paid for doing what they love. I mean, there's nothing better than that, right? Wake up, get out of bed, and just feel excited to start the day, and like excited for those opportunities to come. And it's wonderful to have, mentors and coaches and support people like yourself to help accelerate that process. So yeah, thank you so much. I want to welcome you to share with everybody how they can get in touch with you.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much, by the way. If you guys want to reach out, find out how you can work with me, or even check out the quick resources inside my female coaching bio group, there is a weekly free training on many different things on how to build, coaching business within 30 days, so go from 0 to 3 to 3. You can reach out to me on Facebook at Malina Bien. You can check out my website, malinabiencoaching.com as well.
Wonderful. And then once we're done, I welcome you to leave those links in the comments as well, Malina. So that's easy access for anybody tuning in if they want to connect.
Definitely will do. And thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, you're welcome. Like I said, it's been a pleasure to have you. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode of the Coffee and Confidence Show, this is a weekly show airing Thursday mornings right here on Facebook. So tune in next Thursday as we go live for episode 29. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye for now. Thanks again, Malina. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Kelly.